So I'm out here on a beautiful fall day. Got a nice warm day with no wind, which is very rare in Nebraska. And it's a pretty clear water. Throwing a jig here and saw this really nice bass up here sunning in the shallows up along the sandy beach, and a couple casts later, here I am. Got him caught. A good 3-pounder on the jig and the Speedcraw. Good 17 to 18 inch fish. As I clear the weeds off of here, kind of doing some sight fishing on this day, just trying to see some fish. But there weren't too many up shallow. So I started pitching out along the weed edge and caught this bass. Not a real big one, but a decent little bass here, a little largy. On the jig. Just out enjoying this beautiful day. Checking out the swans up here in this cove. Feeding on some vegetation up in here. There's one that you can see, and then there's another one up here, kind of hidden behind these trees along the bank. They're beautiful birds, but kind of want to keep your distance, especially when they have young ones. They can be pretty aggressive birds. Then I moved over to this other lake, and the water's even clearer than the other lake was. I could see this fish in a hole in the weeds, and really didn't think it was this big. It ends up being a pretty nice bass here. He's got me in a bunch of weeds here, but get this fish in, and it's gonna be the big fish of the day here. A good 3.5-pound largie. And he swallowed that jig. It was gone down in his mouth. Just a beautiful fish on a beautiful day. Having a pretty good day so far. It's 2 really nice bass already. See if I can get a quick measurement here on him, if I can find my tape measure. This fish is going to come in a little over 18 inches on the rough measurement here. Close to 18.5, I think. So these fish in these calm, bright conditions are going to be looking for places to hide, either under trees, or in this case there's some man-made structure in the lake right here. It's like a, kind of looks like a big pallet in the water. And this fish, I think, was up under there, saw the jig, came out from under there and ate it. And this fish is not alone. End up catching quite a few more here. Fishing off this riprap. It's not always easy, but definitely look for any kind of wood cover in the lake. If there's no wood cover, then the fish will usually hunker down in the weeds and be really hard to catch. But unless you got some floating vegetation, then sometimes you can either punch through the vegetation or fish a frog or something on top of it and get some bites that way. Just a school of little guys around this wooden structure, whatever it is. They're liking the jig. Jig is definitely one of my favorite baits to throw. You can catch a lot of fish on them, and you can catch some really big fish on them too, so kind of get the best of both worlds in that regard. And they are eating this jig. This fish has got it way down in there. He was looking to swallow that thing. So we'll get this fish unhooked here and get it back in the lake. Maybe. There we go. Finally came loose. Just another little dude, but they're all fun to catch. Having a pretty good day here, fishing the jig. So we switch over to the other side of this dike here. There's a lay down tree here in the water. Casting my jig out to the end of this lay down tree and hooked up with a nice bass. I work down the rocks here, get down close to the water where I can land this fish. Pretty decent largemouth on the jig. Not too shabby. We'll let this fish go. Get her jig cleaned off here. It's got some weeds on it. Check her line quick. Fishing around all these rocks, you really gotta watch your line. Make sure it doesn't get all nicked up. And we'll get our jig back out here by this tree and see if we can catch another one over here. Casting out off the deep end of this tree and just working this jig slow along the bottom. And I just missed one right there. Didn't realize I had a bite there, but I'll just pitch it back out here and see if we can get him to bite it again. I don't think it ever felt the hook, so it should bite again. Not on that cast. I'll get this jig back by that tree again, see if we can get him to bite. Oop, we got a bite here. Bang! Got him. Another one off the lay down tree. These fish are definitely laying up under this wood cover where they're getting some shade. No monster, but a decent fish on the jig on this beautiful fall day. Well, we've had a pretty good day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching as always, and we'll catch you on the next one.